Ric Flair and the CEO of Roadie, which is a fantastic app there, Mark Gorlin. We were just talking about Roadie and how we've all used it here in the studio. Rick's the new spokesperson for Roadie, but Mark, you were just telling the whole room a story during the break about some luggage that fell off a car. This is, again, another example of how great Roadie is. Somebody, was moving and some luggage fell and somebody used the app?
Yeah, so Roadie works where people are already going in a certain direction anyway and help a neighbor out by taking their stuff and get paid for it. So there was a family moving across North Carolina in a U-Haul, and a couple pieces of their luggage literally fell off. Someone found it, saw their address in there, called them. They were leaving on a flight across the state the next morning, posted it at like 9 p.m., and before they got on their flight the next morning, someone was coming across the state and brought it to them, and they made their flight.
That's fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah,
unbelievable.
That wasn't your stuff in North Kakalaki there, was it, Rick?
No. But it's funny because as someone that I almost called Mark yesterday because my bag didn't come off the carousel. And I wasn't going to the app. I was calling the boss. the damn airlines. As much as you travel like I do, and I've been lucky lately, but if you lose a bag and you got a connection, you're going home for the night, leaving the next day, you might not see your bag for a week.
Yeah,
that's why I travel with my underwear and my carry-on.
Yeah,
you always have your panties with you.
Yeah. You've got the book coming up. First, I'll talk about your daughter, Charlotte. She's, as a wrestling fan, what the WWE has done with the women's division. They couldn't have, in my opinion, gotten to where they are with the success if it weren't for your daughter.
I have to agree.
And she is today's Trish Stratus, as far as talent-wise goes. Because there goes in, at one time it was all about the looks and the body and all that, and the sexual stuff and all that stuff. But you got to have talent. You got to be able to back it up. In the days of like Lita and Trish and Molly and those girls that actually could wrestle and give you a good story in the ring, which is what made you so great. Your daughter is phenomenal at doing that.
Well, she's learned that part of it, but what brings, she has so many natural gifts. She was a level 9 gymnast, an all-American cheerleader, and you've probably seen her do that corkscrew moonsault and stuff like that. Nobody can do that. Rey Mysterio can't do that.
Yeah, and she's tall,
and
too.
She's 5'11", and 160 pounds, 9% body fat. Did you see her on the cover of Muscle Fitness?
I did, yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. But she's got work ethic second to none, unbelievable athletic ability.
Did you push her when she was younger, or did she just
push her? I've had both my kids personal training from the time they were 5 years old.
See, that's what you need, a dad like Ric Flair. Imagine
I just
Ric
need
Flair
a dad, Steve.
He doesn't even have a dad. I had a dad, but if you got somebody like Ric Flair's son, you're going to have a personal trainer at 5, and you're going to be a specimen. I'd been like, yeah.
And did she always want to do wrestling?
No, sure, but never even thought about it. She played. She could have gone to school for 4 different sports in Division I: cheerleading, volleyball, basketball, and track and field. But she chose volleyball, and but she had like 126 scholarship offers between all the sports. Yeah. But she wanted to stay close to home, so she ended up going to App State. She wanted to go to Carolina, but they wanted her to wait another year, to see if she'd grow any taller.
They want you to grow more.
Joe Segul, wherever you are, you jerk.
Your daughter's only 5'11". We're hoping she'll hit 6.
I paid for all the camps, and you helped me out a year.
How do you not take Ric Flair's kid when Ric's coming around and bringing?
What the hell?
Well, you've been spending a lot of time in Athens lately too.
I have, yeah.
Why is that?
Well, actually, my stepdaughter to be soon, Sophia, just got a full ride for track and field.
There you go.
Damn.
So I've been up there with the bulldog. I find that kind of uncomfortable, but I did like seeing Champ Bailey.
I love Champ Bailey.
Yeah,
he was great playing for the Washington Redskins.
They got a great team. Yeah, he was, but 14 times All-Pro. He's like Lawrence Taylor. The kid was unreal.
Where was home for you? That's what I want to know, because I saw you a lot, in the 80s and in the 90s. But
I lived in Charlotte for 40. Well, I was raised in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Came to Charlotte in '74, and I was there until 2013.
That's always been home, Charlotte.
And then Wendy got divorced, and I got divorced, and there it was. We reunited.
Boom.
Yeah.
After last time I saw her, but we're together. What, 93?
93?
93,
Those were the
yeah.
Rupert's days.
Yeah, Fifi, the French maid, man.
Yeah.
She came walking in the door with 2 master's degrees and said, I'm going to interview for a wrestling job. I saw her, Dusty Rhodes saw her at the same time.
And you're like, who's gonna try to date her?
A Dream's a book. Was a book where I said, Dream, I want her as my valet. I don't care what it costs. Next day she came out. Nobody wore a bathing suit back then.
Right.
Wow.
You ever seen the pictures of her?
No.
Oh, I have.
But Rick, if you want to show me pictures on your phone, I'll look at anything.
Yeah, I got
That's
this.
Ric Flair's phone.
And what year is this, Rick? What year?
This is a better phone than I used to have.
Yeah, come on.
What year?
I like
What
it.
year we're talking here? What year?
93?
93.
Yeah.
So 93 would have been right before the big pop of WCW.
Yep.
You know, so
Okay.
this was the transition of NWA to WCW, right? About that time. I think the Mulkey brothers just won their first match.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Mulkey.
Good Lord, how do you know that? That's fantastic.
George South.
Good God.
I remember the day they won. It was a
You
TV.
don't look old enough to remember any of those names.
I know, man. He's all off into it. I used to watch it when it was Gordon Soley talking to all you guys.
I remember
Gordon was the man.
Gordon was, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
They won their first and only match. It was a TV match, and they got put into the Crockett Cup Tag Team Tournament. It was like the Mulkey brothers won. That's awesome.
Good Lord.
So with the book coming out with you and what's I'm just going to be the relationship with you and Charlotte, right, and her success, correct?
Well, it kind of starts. It goes back to when I got divorced from her mom.
Okay.
And then, of course, we had that, which was a very strenuous, long, difficult divorce. And hard on them, hard on me. Wasn't financially good for anybody except the lawyers. And
Yeah,
then,
the hell with the
then it goes into her developing as an athlete from high school and going to college. And then it kind of follows my steps, because I made... and it's very honest. That's why it's going to sell. People are going to have a hard time believing that I was paying alimony to 3 women at the same time.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Rick, that's a lot of money going all over the place.
You think?
Did they have
that's got to be tough.
Did they have
I
direct?
want to think about that, man.
Did they have direct deposits? Did you just was it just shipped from the WWE?
No, it was a check.
Speaking of alimony,
3 checks the first of every month.
good God, what do you do? Like, say, Rhodey, say I'm at a house and I'm about to hook up and everything's going good and I need condoms. Could I call Rhodey for that?
You talking to me?
I'm just saying anybody. I'm just throwing it out there. I just want to know what I can use Rhodey for. Is that a situation?
If I was going to use Rhodey right now, I'd be over to the pharmacy for Cialis.
Okay.
If it was quick.
I don't.
Did Rhodey get Cialis? I just, whatever you need.
I don't think they shop for you, Steve. I think they have to pick it up from somebody. So if let's
It has to be picked up from an individual.
So
with Rhodey.
There you go. Pictures from Rick.
Yeah. Oh, Rick. Damn. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Wendy. Turn it over one.
Yeah, come on.
I think he's afraid to swipe
Which way
left
do I
or
go,
right.
Rick?
Yeah, either way.
Either way.
Yeah, there's nothing bad on it.
Why don't you share some of those pictures? Let me see.
Oh, I'm going.
Let's see.
That's the Rick that came into Rupert's right there. I remember that guy.
I remember.
Oh, buddy, I looked a lot.
By the way, this was the suit.
that is the suit.
This was that gray.
Always in a
One of them.
suit.
Yeah, that was the Ric Flair, the Nature Boy suit. So then you got. Let's talk about this. The
Beautiful.
ESPN
Thank you.
has got a 30 for 30 documentary on you. Now this will be the first 30 for 30 they've ever done on a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
2 hours long. Yeah.
A 2 hour long 30 for 30, and that's going to cover what?
Geez, a lot. People are going to want. Let's just put it like this. I've led a very interesting life, and I've had a lot of fun, a lot of good up and downs. I mean, I've bounced back from all the negative, but anytime you spend 40 years doing something and you're able, through the grace of God, is what I say, to be on top that long.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a tough business. I mean, for 20 years. And I tell people this, for 20 years of my life, I wrestled every day of the year. Christmas, Easter, everything, twice on Saturday and twice on Sunday for 20 years, no days off. And people look at me and go, one time I went to see a sports psychologist. He said he might, because I was having, what do you call that, lapses of, when you lose your confidence, self-confidence issues, right?
Right, yeah.
And
Low self-esteem.
Yeah, well, I heard one of the promoters said, well, he's going to be 40 years old. What are we going to do with him, right? Well, I wrestled till I was 59, so when I wrestled Sean, so obviously, but you start thinking about it, and then, and so he goes to me, this is standard question, and he goes, so do you drink? And I said, yeah. He said, when do you drink? I said, when I work. So how many days do you work? I said, well, I work every day. He said, you work every day of the week? I said, yeah. He said, you work every day of the week. You don't no time off. Yeah. So I said, do you drink every day of the week? I said, hell yeah. He says, one beer? Nope.
No. Why? Why have
2,
one?
3? No, you don't get it, buddy. I'm driving 300 miles every night, and I can drink more than 3 beers. Trust me. That's what you did. You got in the car and drove. We're driving 3,000 miles a week back then.
Yeah, on the buses.
So
man,
for you, was it the alcohol?
But there was no DUIs or anything like that. I mean, no, you couldn't have like drinking and driving.
Right, it was a different day and age.
Yeah, it was the 70s. Yeah.
So did you rely on drinking during that time, being on the road so much, versus like the guys now like Kurt Angle, who got to know well when he was.
I never took a pill in my life.
He was, he relied on the pills. Yeah. So for you,
well, because of severe injuries, Kurt broke. He broke his neck here. In the 90 Olympics was it
96, right?
96. He broke his neck here and continued to match and won it 1-0. But it's so easy, and it's not just our business, but it's so easy as like the rock musicians, the guys that are out all night, and they get up in the morning and take something to get up on, take some pills to go down, and I just learned from my dad. He just said the worst thing that can happen to you is you start taking. I barely take aspirin now. I've learned that. But
so how do you deal with a headache and a little glass of wine?
I never have headaches.
Oh God!
I don't get hungover either very often.
Wow!
Lucky you. Well, I think that takes 20 years working 7 days a week. 40 years working 7 days a week.
It takes time in American Pie on the deck.
Well, look. Obviously, big fans. So thank you so much for spending time with us. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. It was just so cool to have you in studio. So thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you to Mark and Rhodey and you guys for having me here.
And if you haven't downloaded the app on your phone, go to Rhodey, put it on your phone. I promise you, it will become extremely helpful because nobody likes to get in the car and pick up something you left at the house.
No, I hate it. And I always forget something all the time, so it's a perfect service for me.
Mark, my lawyer is actually going to call Mark and ask Mark to take her dog to California.
Really?
I'm tier 1 customer support.
She asked me.
Man.
That's a hell of a gig to pick up, though, if you're working for Rhodey.
We actually had a dog go across the country, and the driver now is engaged to the person he brought the dog to in Chicago. From
really?
All the way out to
Look at
Chicago.
that.
Yeah,
Brody and Tinder combined.
She said, "Can you take my dog?"
Because that's what they do, Stephen. They pick up. They're called gigs when they pick them up. So you look to see who's going to pick up the gig. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll pick up that gig from Atlanta to Sacramento.
I got that. I got no problem.
Mark, the CEO of Rhodey, was in with us too. Rhodey.com, and of course, you go to your app store and you find Rhodey the app and put it on your phone. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the lovely ladies on the couch.
Everybody that came in, including everybody that wasn't invited from the other radio stations. Okay, let's do our fourth and final round of headlines. You want